Hey guys, Mike here. So today's cult classic review is 1971's Duel, starring Dennis Weaver as David Mann. In Duel, David Mann is pretty much your average, everyday guy. And one day, as he's on the road, driving in his car, going to a meeting, you know, normal, average, everyday stuff, he ends up overtaking this truck, and then it pretty much turns into the worst day of his life. And so we have Duel. So guys, this is another movie in this series that before reviewing it and watching it today, I had not seen it before, nor had I ever heard of this one. And to be fair, I didn't really have many expectations going into it, though I did see that it was a Steven Spielberg directed movie, so, you know, it's got to at least be half decent. But honestly guys, I was shocked how much I enjoyed this one. So, you know, like I said, going into this one, I didn't know anything about it. So for the first, like, 10, 15 minutes or so when he's just driving on the road, I'm just thinking, you know, what's going on here? What's this leading to? And not really a lot was happening. It was just him driving on the road with the truck driving behind him. And it was the ultimate kind of passive-aggressive driving session. And even though as Duel went on, it was pretty much more of the same, I just found myself getting more invested in this story because I love the levels of escalation in Duel. It starts off as passive-aggressive driving, to road rage, to pure psychopathic behaviour. And the things that were happening in this movie just got more and more unbelievable. If you think you've experienced road rage, you've pretty much got nothing on Duel. I really liked Dennis Weaver's performance in this movie. It's not exactly the best acting out there, but I love the fact that you get inside his headspace and you just see how he becomes more and more paranoid as the story progresses. And it's just how he goes into survival mode as well. Duel has you constantly on the edge of your seat because I didn't know what was going to happen next, and I really didn't know how this one was going to end. I was kind of hoping for a bit of an ambiguous ending, and I would say that I kind of did get that. It wasn't as clean cut as I imagined it probably would be. But still, I really thought Steven Spielberg stuck the landing with Duel. Though something I was kind of a bit iffy on was the score. For the most part, this score was really great and helped to really set the tone and tension for Duel. But it was kind of odd because it felt like the orchestra had like one random instrument that didn't belong there. And I couldn't help but notice it really just kind of made an imbalance to the actual score as a whole. And at time, these certain sections of the score kind of reflected the datedness of Duel. But still, these were only a few moments throughout the whole movie. For the most part, the score was really good. Oh, and also, something else I really loved about Duel is that you never really get to see the driver of the truck. And it kind of makes the truck this supernatural, unstoppable force, which you don't know what it's going to do next. And it kind of plays into the whole cat and mouse story that they're trying to go for. So, would I consider Duel a personal cult classic? And do I recommend that you guys should watch it? Honestly, I found that I really like this movie, definitely way more than I thought I would. And honestly, I think I probably would put it as a personal favourite cult classic movie. Maybe not one of my all-time favourite movies ever, but it's definitely one of my favourites that I've reviewed for this series so far. And as for recommending it to you guys, I'd say try and find out as little as possible when going into this one. I've tried to keep this as spoiler-free as possible, so I'd just say watch this movie. I think you'll really enjoy it. Just kind of give it a bit of chance to get really into the meat of the story. Okay guys, that's my cult classic review of Duel. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Whatever you think, drop it in the comments below. Until next time, I've been Michael. See ya!